Well, they can expect a mind trip action movie, with a central character who goes through quite a journey and quite an arc. I mean, I want them to enjoy the originality of it. It's original on a visceral, visual level. There's set pieces and action that no one's seen before, and I hope that they enjoy it, on a deeper character level too. There's I think a lot of interesting ideas in the movie and a lot of emotional thought that went into the sculpting of these characters and the way that the actors portrayed them. Well, the idea of the movie was to create set pieces that had not been done in any other kind of movie. I'm growing a little tired personally of big budget visual effects movies where the effects are all used for destruction and gunfire and things that we've seen 1,000 times. And I was committed to making a movie where every visual effects scene was creative and original and was showing the audience something new. It's very cutting edge, and there's a lot of things in this that we couldn't have done 5 years ago. There's a lot of stuff that we couldn't have done 6 months ago because it was created for this movie. There were things that we would come up with, and I would say this is what it needs to be, and there was no visual effects software that could create it, so they created it. And whenever you're inventing things for the first time to achieve a specific effect, that's a good sign. Oh, fantastic. It feels right to be opening it here. I spent, well over a year here. I feel like it's now one of the few cities in the world I've lived in. And we made good use of the location, and the crews here were amazing. It was great to shoot here, so it's only right that we're showing the movie here. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's better than getting the thumbs down at the end, But when you make a movie, you never know. You never know exactly where you are. All you can do is hope that you've made something that you think is good, that you think is a movie worth viewing, and then when that actually connects with the public, it's very satisfying. It had to be Benedict in this role. We pushed the release schedule for him. That's how much we wanted him, and felt strongly that he was the right guy. And yeah, he's fantastic in the movie. No one could have done better. When you see it, you realize, again, no one could have played it but her. In fact, when I wrote the role, I wrote it for her, picturing her, and I told Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel, that if we needed to offer it to her, and if she turned it down, I was going to have to rewrite the role for someone else because it was so distinctly her in my mind. But she luckily did it, and obviously did an amazing job. Well, especially when you're dealing with a movie like this that's trippy and surreal and a little freaky in places and has tension, you got to give the audience some break, here and there. And that's the comedy I like. I don't so much like comedy where it's coming at you all the time and you're constantly trying to create laughs. I like to laugh at things because they're unexpected. And comedy that comes out of tension or out of dramatic scenes are always the best, in my opinion. I talk about it as, the MCU opening up to the MCM, the Marvel Cinematic Universe opening to the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. So we're literally creating new dimensions within which characters can exist and move and fight, and sometimes there's malevolent beings in those other dimensions. So the comic did that. Doctor Strange introduced a lot of paranormal and supernatural elements into the world of the comics, and we're bringing other dimensions and magic and extra dimensions.